Paige. Welcome back to my channel. So I feel like I definitely owe you all an update. Not that you all were gonna let me forget it, because I have been receiving DMs almost every single day asking what's going on with the flat situation. One person even told me that they're stressed out for me, so they need to know what's going on. But I'm back, y'all. I'm back. You know I would never leave you all hanging. But before I get into all of that, I did want to share with you guys some of the other things that I've been getting up to outside of this whole flat search. The whole process has been weighing so heavily on me, but I still wanted to make sure that I was allowing myself to enjoy my summer and live my life in the midst of it all. So as you all know, my brother and I traveled to 3 new countries together. So as soon as our flight landed back in London on Friday, I actually went straight to a flat viewing with my luggage in tow because we had to get back to it, okay? But the next day, on Saturday, I was actually invited out by YouTube to the Soho House Festival. YouTube has been so good to your girl, always giving me the most amazing opportunities. So I was really excited to attend this festival. They allowed me to bring a +1, which of course was my little brother, and we just had a blast. It was unlimited food, unlimited drinks, unlimited treats. Y'all. This is a nice summer activity. A little break. Hey guys, it's Paige. Welcome back to my channel.
Hey everyone, we're at the Soho Festival because my sister is so cool and got us. How did you get us in again?
We're at the Soho House Festival because YouTube is a sponsor and they invited me out and they allowed me to bring a +1. And guess who just happened to be in town?
Your favorite.
Lucky. Somewhat? Let's find a bathroom so I can eat and drink in peace. And then the following weekend, I actually had the opportunity to reunite with 3 of my favorite classmates from when I was studying for my master's degree here in London. As you all know, our original graduation was canceled, or postponed rather, due to COVID. So we had a Zoom graduation in 2020. I was able to walk a year later, last summer in 2021. They were not able to come to that graduation because they're from all over, India, Vietnam, Denmark. So they actually walked for graduation 2 years later this past Monday, and we were able to meet up a couple of days before then to just catch up. It was so nice, just like old times. It really just brought me back to when I first moved to London because I spent so much time with my classmates. Yeah, it was a really nice reunion.
Picture of
It's a vlog, it's a video.
He's like, out with the hand.
You all don't have to say much. I'm just gonna say I'm finally reunited with my classmates. And Casper. So why are you all back here?
For graduation.
Yes, right. So they traveled all the way here. You all remember I went to go visit this lovely lady. What was that? September? October?
Yes.
Yeah. Last year in Copenhagen. Trang is from Vietnam and Els is from India. Yay! So happy to be reunited.
So nice.
even though I have been going through quite a storm lately, I still have to live my life. You know what I mean? I still deserve enjoyment, okay? Like, I could let everything going on just consume me. I could just stay in this flat and stress out all day and worry about the things that are out of my control. Or I can accept that I am doing everything that I possibly can to better my situation and continue to go about my life in the meantime. And that's what I've done. No regrets. So now moving on to what I know you guys all came here to find out. What is going on with the flat search process? Y'all, these last couple of weeks have been a doozy, okay? So let me try to think of what was the last thing I told you all. So I believe in the last moving update vlog, I shared with you all that my flatmate moved out a month early and that I was still searching but feeling hopeful about a flat that I found. So that was actually a studio that I had gotten really excited about. I was not able to meet the landlord in person because of me traveling, but I went and did the viewing and spoke with her over the phone, and she kind of really gave me hope that that studio was going to be mine. She's like, okay, if you want it, I'll stop doing viewings. Let's get started with the referencing process. And it just turned into the biggest runaround. And after reaching out to the landlord, you know, several times, just asking for some clarity, asking for an update, just saying like, please let me know, like, if I am not in the running or if I have no chance of this, like, just let me know so I can keep pushing. Like, just give me a heads up. But I could never get a clear answer. To this day, I have still not received a clear answer. Because I honestly feel like when something's for you, it should not have to be that forced. You should not have to beg. It should not be that difficult. And of course you have to, you know, work hard for the things you want. But sometimes you just have to take things for what it is and say, this is probably just not for me. Since things were so up in the air with that situation, I continued my search because I'm like, I'm not gonna play myself. Like, I have very, very little time to work with before I have to be out of my current flat, and I need answers. I need to know where I'm gonna live. So I continue viewing, and as I said at the beginning of this vlog, as soon as I landed back in London from my trip with my brother, I went straight to a flat viewing. And y'all, that was almost my next flat. I went to the viewing. I met the two girls that lived there. It seemed like we would get on really well. We were the same age and everything. Both of the girls were 30 years old. They actually ended up offering me the room and I accepted. And you would think that the story would end there, but it did not. Something was telling me that that was not actually the flat for me. And it was very difficult to accept that gut feeling that was like overcoming me. Like, I kept trying to push it to the side. I'm like, look, you don't have much time left. Like, you finally have something that seems like it could possibly work. So like, maybe we should just go with it. But my gut, y'all, it just would not rest. My intuition just kept nagging at me. I knew that the room that I would be moving into was very small. I was a bit concerned about the storage because you guys know that is one of the most important things for me when it comes to looking for a space, because your girl got a lot of stuff. And I had tried to, you know, convince myself that I was just gonna sell as much as I possibly could. Like, I was just gonna make it work because this is just what it has to be. Like, I don't have any other options right now. Like, this is where I'm going to have to move. So I ended up going back for a second viewing because I just told them, like, I wanted to measure the wall to see if I could fit my clothing rail in there, like, just to see what I could make work as far as more storage. And I was praying the whole way there. I'm like, God, if this is what you want me to do, if this is the place for me, if this is my next flat, just give me, you know, some type of reassurance, some type of feeling of peace that tells me that this is right. When I got there, it was crickets. I mean, I looked in the room again and I was like, it's not gonna work. And I have definitely learned through past lessons, past mistakes, that I have to go with my gut. Like, I never actually told you all about this situation, but when my flatmate Alex and I were looking for this flat, we actually originally signed on to another one. And from the beginning, it was not sitting right with me. I did not think it was the best fit for us. I did not think that it was enough space. Just one example was that the fridge in the flat was one of those under counter fridges with a little tiny freezer. like a mini fridge basically. And you all know how my flatmate cooks. Like, she took up majority of our big old fridge. I only had like 2 of the shelves in there and she took up the rest. But this rental process, like if you've ever gone through it, you know how fast it moves, and you know how sometimes, you know, people will put pressure on you, like the landlords and the letting agents, and they'll say like, you have to make a decision quick, it's gonna be gone. So I felt like we made a decision way too quickly and I immediately regretted it, y'all. And it was bad. Like, after making that decision, I felt sick to my stomach. Like, I was losing sleep over it, y'all. I was crying every day. I just felt like I had made the biggest mistake ever. And I know it was just, you know, a 12-month lease, but 12 months is a long time to be uncomfortable. And I talked to my flatmate about it. She understood, but it was still kind of like my issue. So I ended up taking the big ol' L. And because we had put down like a $600 holding deposit, I agreed to give my flatmate back her half so that we could pull out. And I just lost that money. I lost that money. And after going through something like that, I told myself, no, not again, not again. And I think that's what made the decision that I ended up making here easier, because I just remember how I felt that last time when I was trying to force myself to be okay with a decision that I was not 100% comfortable with. So all of that being said, I spoke to my mom about it. I spoke to my friends about it. And a few days later, even though I had already begun the referencing process with them as well, I reached out to the landlords and I told them I cannot live in this flat. And I was really nervous to send the text. I was even more nervous to reach out to the girls because they were so nice. And they were trying to fill the room quickly as well. Like, they only had a few days left. So I really didn't want to inconvenience them, but I just knew that I couldn't do it. So I reached out to the landlords and I told them that I would not be moving forward with their flat. I was not going to be moving in. They tried to give me some solutions, or like, you know, we have storage in our outdoor shed. We have, you know, storage in like the attic. But I had already known about those spaces because I had been very transparent with the girls. I'm like, I have a lot of stuff. And, you know, when I went for that second visit, I'm like, I'm a bit worried about how I'm gonna make this work. Like, y'all, I took such a huge risk. Because at that point, when I pulled out, I had 10 days, y'all, 10 days to find somewhere else to live. And I had like a brief moment where I was like, oh my gosh, like, what have I done? What if I can't find somewhere else in time? But then, I don't know, something just came over me, just like this sense of peace. And I was like, look, you did what was best for you. Even though it was so scary, I knew that I had made the right decision. So, y'all, with 10 days to go, 10 days until I have nowhere to live here in London, I started from scratch and went back on the hunt. This was Friday that I let them know. So I went on the Spare Room website that evening and on Saturday, and I just sent out as many messages as I possibly could, just reaching out to people, trying to book viewings, just trying to see if I could find something. I finally got a response from one landlord. It like instantly felt a bit off by the way he was communicating with me, but I was just like, look, at this point, what do we have to lose? The room looks bigger. It looks like it has more storage. So we have booked a viewing Sunday now. The day of, I'm getting dressed and ready to go to the viewing, and I follow up with him to just confirm our time. I followed up with him twice, and he opened and read my message because there's read receipts on Spare Room. He opened my message both times and ignored me, y'all. He completely ghosted me. I'm just like, is this really happening right now? Is this happening right now? Like, we don't have time to play around. Like, I need to find a flat. In the midst of me freaking out because this guy has like suddenly just disappeared on me, you know, the one option that I had, I get a message from another landlord. And it's just crazy, y'all. Like, when things are meant for you, when things are aligned, it does not have to be hard. It does not have to be stressful. It does not have to be difficult, because what is meant for you is meant for you. You know what I mean? Like, and y'all, like, from the first point of communication with this landlord, like, it was just easy breezy. Like, she sent me her number and we started to text on WhatsApp. She sent me videos of the room and the flat, and I'm just like, okay, love this. She's like, do you want to come in for a viewing? When are you available? I said, I'm available today, because obviously I had just been ghosted by the other guy, so I didn't have anything else to do. Oh, besides go buy a new phone, because my phone finally went out on me over the weekend. So yeah, y'all, I've been going through it. But yeah, we ended up scheduling my viewing for later that afternoon. I went there, fell in love with the place. I asked her how many more viewings she planned on doing, if she was considering a lot of people, and I kid you not, y'all, she was like, well, you seem cool, so if you want it, like, it's yours, in so many words. And I'm just like, in my mind, like, is it really gonna be this easy? Like, after everything that I've gone through, like basically begging this woman for the studio, having to make the most risky move ever and give up a flat when I had no other options. Like, after all the drama, all the stress, I reach out to this person, and the same day we communicate, I come for a viewing, and she tells me I can have it. Like, so this whole time God wasn't telling me no, he was just telling me, hold on, like, I got you, just hold on a second, because this woman hadn't even posted the room, you know, when I was going through all this the last couple of weeks. I believe she actually posted it like the day before I reached out. I don't know, it was a very new posting. So this, you know, opportunity didn't even exist when I was going through all that mess. So it's all about divine timing, y'all. Like, what is for you will never miss you, okay? So I'm not gonna make like an official announcement in this video or anything. I paid the holding deposit to the landlord yesterday, and she took the ad down off the website. So basically that means the flat is mine, you know, holding it for me. I just have to now review the tenancy agreement, make sure everything's okay, sign that, pay my deposit, bada boom, bada bing, and I will be moving in next week if all goes well. So before I started filming this video, she actually sent me the tenancy agreement. I haven't sat down and like reviewed it and signed it yet, but if everything looks good, y'all, like, this is the one. This is gonna be the one. It hasn't hit me yet. I don't think it'll hit me until I actually like sign the dotted line, and actually no, I don't think it's gonna hit me until I move in. Okay, until it's move-in day. This has been a whirlwind, y'all. This has been quite the experience. It has been such a huge test of faith. I was close to several breakdowns, but I stayed strong. I kept believing that it was all gonna work out for me in the end, and it finally seems like we have made it there. So even though things are looking very, very good, I'm hoping that in my next video, I will be able to scream from the mountaintops and let you guys know that I officially have a flat, that I'm preparing to move in, all of that. Thank you all so much for all of the support and well wishes you all have been sending me throughout this whole process. I'm sure you could tell how stressed I was, how much it was weighing on me. So just know that your girl's good. I feel so much better. I'm so hopeful for the future, and everything always works out exactly how it's supposed to. I think that's pretty much it, y'all, as far as my update. I can't wait to check in with you all very soon. As always, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one.